Am I overreacting? Girlfriend asks me to remove condom mid-sex. My 21 male girlfriend, 20 female of 6 months during sex out of the blues, started slouching. I asked her what's wrong, but she was reluctant to tell me. I had to stop and ask her proper because I was concerned. I asked her if she doesn't want to continue anymore. Then she said we can, but only if I remove the condom. B2, this was an intense moment, and we had discussed using condoms as we both haven't tested and don't want babies yet. But I know she's been wanting to try out raw for quite some time now. I just feel like her asking me during the heat of the moment was a bit manipulative. Anyways, I told her I couldn't. We haven't had sex since. It's been a week now, and I still can't bring myself to peace with the fact that she was trying to take advantage. Later on that day, she told me she was joking about the whole thing, but I was really bugged, so I didn't ask her further. I just said, okay, am I the buttface for not interacting with my significant other kids? My 26 male significant other 33 female had invited her kids to our new apartment for the second time this month. I only found out last minute while I was on work. The first time she came, the youngest, being a people person, kept playing with me, but now she avoids me because according to the father, I made him jealous. So to give him what he wanted, I stayed in the bedroom and avoided the children the whole time they were there. I talked with significant other and told her I was just going to stay inside until I am ready to go to work. Not long after noon, the eldest daughter, 15 female, came and knocked on the bedroom door with her siblings and asked to talk. At first I said no, closed the door, and gave it some thought, because from experience, you can come to an understanding with her or her father 1 minute and the next, they are self-sabotaging and messing up peace. Long story. I decided to give it a chance to talk, only to find out her dad was outside our apartment going on about the same BAs the police already tried to explain to him for the last 6 months. Apparently, it's a bad thing if you do exactly as he wishes, but also bad if you don't.
Am I the asshole for refusing to financially support my daughter's gap year to pursue acting when we paid for our other kids' college expenses? I, 48 female, and my husband, 49 male, have 3 kids, 23 female, 20 male, and 18 female. From the beginning, my husband and I have agreed we would financially support our kids through college for tuition, rent, groceries, etc. Our oldest completed her undergrad, and we covered all the expenses. She is now in medical school, and we are still paying her education and living costs. Our middle child is still in undergrad, and we are paying for that and plan to cover his grad school too. Our youngest has never been as into studies as my older two, and I have always done my best to support her creative hobbies like art and theatre. She is supposed to enter college end of September, but she is now saying she would rather defer for a year to pursue theatre acting instead. She had a long conversation with us when she broke the news and made a PowerPoint explaining everything she planned to do. She said she plans to move to LA for the year and promised that if things did not work out after the year, she would then go to college. The thing is, she expects us to finance everything like we did with her siblings. I said she could go, but we would not pay for it because we agreed to support our kids through college, which she is choosing not to attend. I suggested instead that she should go to college and pursue acting on the side. She said that she needs to give it her full attention for at least a year. She insists that I am being unfair and showing favoritism towards her siblings because they are going the more traditional way, and that she has a plan and just needs time. My oldest called and said that we have supported her through her passions and that we should do the same for our youngest, even if her path is different. My husband is now leaning towards letting her go, saying, what's the harm in a year? But I feel strongly about this. LA is expensive, and I don't want to waste money on a path that has no guaranteed return. I don't want to pay tens of thousands for something she could do on the side or later on. The rest of my family, besides my husband, who is trying to remain neutral, thinks I'm the asshole for not supporting her. So am I the asshole for not paying for my daughter's gap year? Some extra information. My daughter is currently enrolled as a business management and economics major. We already have things paid for, and they will not let her defer since it's too late, plus no valid reason. So she will lose her spot and will have to reapply. Her school does offer a theatre arts minor, and I said she could look into that. But since the school is not known for theatre, she said the gap year would be more beneficial to her. Also, it is too late for her to apply for any theatre/acting schools, so if she goes down that route, she could only join next school year. Her mentioning this so late makes me think she is not serious or considerate about the money we already put in for her school. She has experience in theatre. We have sent her to a summer theatre program when she was in elementary school, and then to a more structured theatre class during high school. She has been in the school play throughout high school. Also, her theatre class had a thing where the students acted in commercials for local businesses. The commercials were only put on social media. I definitely think she has talent, but there are thousands of other girls just like her fighting for a chance, and I don't think, at this point, she has enough to stand out. As for her plan, she has a few thousand TikTok followers, and she plans to focus on growing that to gain connections and exposure. She showed us some local acting group studios that offer internships that she plans to apply for. If that doesn't work out, she mentioned joining classes or even volunteering to gain exposure. She said that with all the free time, she would audition for anything and everything. I feel like there is no solid plan. She just plans to throw darts and see what sticks.
Am I the bad friend debating skipping Thanksgiving due to inappropriate comments by family members? I'm debating skipping Thanksgiving dinner due to some inappropriate comments made by family members last year. But maybe I'm overreacting. My uncle kept looking me up and down, talking about how good I looked and how he would like to get with me if he was my age, and said a few other gross things. My aunt made bodying, shaming-esque comments towards me, not in front of the group, thankfully, and asked me personal questions. She did ask in front of everyone if I just can't wait to get married and have kids like my cousins. But I'm single, so it was an awkward no. My other aunt has been harassing my mom for more info needed about me, and I'm sure will make it a big deal at the event, relentlessly asking her about where I'm working, unemployed at the moment, and who my boyfriend is. Don't have one. These comments make me uncomfortable because I hardly ever see these family members, so I don't feel like it's their place. Because I am currently living at home, I don't know how I can get out of this, or if I should. Thoughts?
Am I the buttface for sleeping with my best friend's ex and getting kicked out of our entire friend group? I, 25 male, met my best friend X right after high school. We became inseparable, and I joined his circle, which became my first real group of friends. For years, we shared amazing times together. Back then, X briefly dated a girl, A. It ended quickly, but he admitted she left a mark on him, especially sexually. Fast forward a few years, they hooked up again, but both agreed it wasn't going anywhere. That summer, A started hanging out with us again. She often sent me signals I tried to ignore, until one night, after drinking, we slept together. For me, it was intense, and I couldn't just brush it off. Afterward, she was hot and cold, sometimes distant, sometimes openly flirty, even in front of X. Meanwhile, she also kept going back and forth with him. Eventually, she told X everything. He said he didn't hate me, but was deeply disappointed. Almost immediately, the group cut me off completely. I was kicked from every chat, blocked everywhere, and basically exiled without being able to explain my side. I get that I crossed a line, but X was still sleeping with her too, while telling me he didn't want anything serious. And now, whenever the subject comes up, I'm always hit with "you broke the bro code" without anyone letting me explain. When, honestly, I don't think it's that simple. Am I the asshole for asking my current wife to stop body-shaming my ex-wife? I, 45 male, married my second wife, 29 female, a few years after my ex-wife, 47 female, divorced me. I'm thin while current wife is in the heavier side, but my ex-wife is much heavier than her. I honestly prefer a woman to be on the heavier side. My wife has referred to my ex as fat multiple times, in a derogatory manner. I asked my wife to stop body-shaming my ex, and my wife accused me of still loving my ex. I love my wife, but my ex is a good person and the mother of my children. I want my wife to know I love her, but I don't want to hear anyone insulting my ex. Am I the asshole?
Am I overreacting for feeling hurt that my future brother-in-law turned my favorite baby name into a running joke? Hi everyone, I just want some outside perspective because my partner keeps telling me to give it a rest whenever I bring this up. I, 28 female, have had a favorite baby name since I was very young. It's always been special to me, and I've imagined using it when I one day have children. Recently, my partner and I were talking with his brother and sister-in-law, who are expecting their second child, about baby names. In what I thought was a private, trusting moment, I shared my favorite name with them. Since then, my brother-in-law has turned it into a constant joke. He keeps bringing it up in the family group chat, saying he's going to name his daughter that, or slipping it into random jokes. Now, it's become a running gag that everyone in the family knows. Because of this, it feels like when I eventually do have kids, the name won't feel right anymore. It's been laughed about and treated like a punchline instead of something meaningful. What hurts is that when they told us the names they've considered for future children, I respected that and never told anyone. For me, this isn't just a name, it's tied to my dream of becoming a mother one day, which is something I deeply look forward to. I know I could choose another name and still love my children the same, but am I wrong for feeling hurt and wishing my fiancé would stand up for me more? He keeps saying I'm overreacting, but to me it feels like something special was made into a family joke at my expense. Edit, the name has been requested to help with context. In my opinion, it's not an unusual name, it's Juniper. Am I the a-hole for backing out of a promise to my ex-partner? I, 36 female, am in the process of separating from my partner, 36 male. We were together for 5 years, and our split is very amicable. We're still good friends. We've always kept our finances separate. He has much better savings than me. He'd already been working for 10 years when we met, while I was still in uni. But I earn a higher salary now. We don't have kids or shared assets like a house. Property will be split evenly, except for things that are clearly individual. When we decided to separate, I chose to buy my first home. It's similar in cost to renting. He, on the other hand, didn't pass the credit check for a mortgage due to some poor financial choices. His broker gave him a clear path to fix things within 3 months, and in the meantime, he arranged to live with a friend. The issue? He's a hoarder. Our garage and attic are absolutely packed with his stuff. My new house has a very large shed, so I offered to let him store his things there temporarily until he got into his new home. He gratefully accepted. Tonight he came home and told me that his new housing deal is full board, meals included, for $200 a week. He's earning around $75K, and now he says he wants to stay there for a whole year. When he told me this, I kind of lost it. I told him my offer was off the table if he expected me to hold on to all his stuff for 6+ months. He's now sulking and upset with me for backing out, and I feel guilty for being sharp with him. So, am I the asshole for going back on my offer? Or am I justified in not wanting to be stuck as the long-term storage unit for my ex's hoarding problem? Would I be the buttface if I stopped letting my roommate borrow my headphones after she keeps ruining them? Hey, new here. I, 22 female, live with a roommate, 23 female, and she keeps borrowing my stuff, mostly my headphones. Every time I've lent them, something happens. They get lost for days, come back dirty, or once I found them tangled in the laundry. Yesterday, she asked to borrow them again. I said no. She got annoyed and called me petty, which made me feel a little guilty at first. But then I remembered all the times I've had to fix or replace my stuff because of her. Now she's giving me the cold shoulder, and I'm wondering, would I be the buttface if I just stopped letting her borrow my stuff completely from now on? Am I overreacting? Is 27 way too young to be having a baby? So I'm 27 and just found out I'm pregnant. At first, I was really happy, but the people around me are making me feel like I've completely ruined my life. My coworkers, all in their 30s, literally laugh at me and say you'll regret it, and one even told me I'm basically throwing my 20s in the trash. Like? Last I checked, I'm not 18. Here's the thing though, the more they talk, the more I'm second-guessing myself. Everyone my age still seems obsessed with traveling, partying, or climbing careers. And here I am about to have a baby. Did I just trap myself before life even started? My own friends keep saying I should have waited until 30 plus to enjoy life more, but half of them still live with their parents. One even implied my partner trapped me because no one in their right mind wants kids this early. And it's not just friends, my boyfriend's mom straight up told me 27 is way too young. You're going to regret it when your friends are traveling the world while you're stuck changing diapers. I told her at least I won't be 40 chasing a toddler around, and now she's acting like I disrespected her. I don't get it. One minute people online say women are too old if they wait until 35. The next, I'm apparently too young at 27. Which is it? Everyone keeps projecting their own insecurities onto me, and now I'm stuck second-guessing myself. So tell me, I'm open to any opinions. Did I actually completely ruin my life by getting pregnant at 27, or is everyone else just bitter and jealous? Am I overreacting for locking my bedroom door after my roommate's boyfriend kept barging in? House roommate I, 22 female, share an apartment with another girl, 23 female. She's nice enough, but her boyfriend, 24 male, basically lives here without paying rent. He's over 5 to 6 nights a week, uses our stuff, and makes himself way too comfortable. Twice now, he has walked straight into my room without knocking, once to ask if I had phone charger, and another time just because he thought I wasn't home. I was literally in my pajamas, startled out of my mind, so I started locking my door whenever I'm inside. My roommate noticed and asked why, and I told her straight up, because your boyfriend keeps walking in. She got defensive, saying I'm making her boyfriend feel unwelcome and treating him like a stranger when he's basically part of the household. Now, I feel like maybe I escalated by going straight to locking my door instead of trying to talk to him directly. Am I overreacting?
Am I the asshole refused to live with a service dog? I, 26 male, own my own home. It's 5 bedrooms and way more space than I need. I came into the house due to a death in the family, and I've had it for about 2 years. I use 3 bedrooms, my room, my office, my video game room. The other 2 rooms I rent out. One roommate, I don't know very well and keeps to himself. The other roommate is a friend from college. The friend from college is a diabetic. He has a CGM, and that's how he manages it. I honestly don't know much more about his condition, and don't pry as it's not my business. He recently informed me that he is getting a service dog that alerts for his diabetes. He's supposed to get the dog next week. I do not want to live with a dog. I don't like them. I told him he can break his lease for a new place, but he can't have the dog in my house. Until this, it has been overall smooth sailing as roommates. He's angry with me and supposedly looking into ways to make me accept the dog. He had a good situation at my house. He's told me I'm an asshole for basically kicking him out because he is disabled. Am I the asshole?
Am I the asshole for asking my father-in-law to wear shoe covers or take his shoes off in our apartment? I, 31 female, live with my husband, 33 male, in a small 1-bedroom with a very light rug. I had foot surgery 6 weeks ago and do my physical therapy at home on the rug with a mat. Because of that, we set a temporary no-shoes rule to keep it clean and avoid tracking in dirt and germs. We put a bench by the door, a rack, slippers in multiple sizes, and a box of disposable shoe covers for folks who can't or don't want to take shoes off. Everyone's been fine with it, except my father-in-law. He's visited 3 times since my surgery and refuses every time. He says it's rude to tell guests what to do with their shoes, and I'm not wrestling with boots in your doorway. I offered him shoe covers, a stool, a long-handled shoehorn, even said he could keep a pair of slide-on slippers here. He said shoe covers are demeaning, and the last time he came in anyway with muddy treads. I had to spend an hour spot cleaning, which sucked because standing still hurts right now. After the 3rd round of arguing, I told him calmly, I want you here, but if you won't remove or cover your shoes while I'm recovering, let's meet at your place or out for lunch. He got quiet, left early, and later told my husband I banned him from our home. My husband thinks I embarrassed his dad and should have let it slide for family harmony because it's temporary and not worth the drama. I told him the rule applies to everyone, even delivery drivers, and I'm the one who has to clean this crap up when I can barely bend. I don't know if I'm being too strict or made it into a bigger deal than it had to be. I get that shoe customs vary, and I don't want to be a jerk over a rug. But I also feel like we offered a lot of reasonable options and got nowhere. Am I the asshole for enforcing the shoes off or shoe cover rule and suggesting we meet elsewhere if he won't comply? Any scripts or compromises I'm missing here? Am I the asshole for telling my sister to shut the fuck up after she's been crying for weeks since her boyfriend broke up with her because of her cheating? So, this is my first post here, and I just need to explain what's been going on. My sister, 22 female, got dumped by her boyfriend of 2 years about 2 weeks ago. Normally, I'd feel bad because she's my sister, but this time I really don't. She wasn't a good girlfriend to him at all. He worked, cooked, and kept their place together while she spent most of her time out with her friends. When she was home, she'd pick up a broom for like 2 minutes and act like she'd been cleaning all day. And she was also cheating with his childhood best friend, who's a girl. She would lie and say she was with friends, but she was actually sneaking around. Her boyfriend only found out because the girl posted a picture of an inappropriate photo of them together that was meant to go in her drafts. My sister came home to find her bags packed by the door. She begged him to forgive her, but of course he didn't. After that, she came to my apartment and has been staying here, basically crying nonstop. I'd hear her sobbing in the middle of the night, sometimes at 2 or 3 a.m. What made it worse is that she doesn't take any responsibility for what happened. Instead, she keeps saying stuff like it was her bi awakening and that her boyfriend should have been supportive of her. Then one morning, she sat next to me while I was drinking tea and started crying again about how unfair life is. I just lost it. I yelled at her to shut the fuck up and told her she brought this on herself, that she clearly didn't love him if she cheated, and that I don't understand why she's even trying to win him back. She stormed off, called me an asshole, and hasn't talked to me in a week. Honestly, I don't really mind the silence, but now I'm wondering, am I the asshole for snapping at her and not being there to comfort her?